Welcome to the Full Tactical Range by Range Systems. I'm Bo Dobozinski, lead instructor for defensive mindset training. In a recent advanced class, we were working through protection drills. Protection drills are a drill where you can secure the principal or the person that you're trying to protect and then begin projecting lethal force downrange against a threat. These drills are often done by groups like the Secret Service or high-level protection agencies. But there's a firearm skill that you need to be able to accomplish in order to project lethal force to the threat causing you harm. That firearm skill is called primary hand-only shooting. And this week, we're going to work a few drills that will allow you to develop that primary hand-only skills so that eventually you can be trained to do the protection drills to be able to use it for your family or loved ones. So let's get started. Primary hand-only shooting fundamentals begin the same way that we would our normal shooting fundamentals with our feet and our hips. So my support foot's forward of my primary foot, my hips are back, my knees are slightly bent, I'm pushing forward into the firearm. From there, this firearm comes out in our good vice grip position in line with the targets. And make sure that you always take this elbow if you can and rotate that elbow downward. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna lock out the primary arm. I'm gonna keep a slight bend in that primary arm. I'm gonna engage both the bicep and the tricep. So I've got muscles tensed on both sides. And then I'm also going to engage the lat muscle. That's this muscle underneath here, the muscle that you would use if you were doing a pull-up. With that muscle engaged now, I've got a really solid platform to be able to manage the recoil of the firearm for fairly decent split times. So somewhere between 50s and 30s ballpark. I've seen people shoot somewhat faster and sometimes they're a little bit slower, but it's fast enough. We're not shooting 1 second splits and being very slow. We can still get effective fire down range by having this good body position. Our first drill, we're gonna set up our targets, an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper on a human-shaped silhouette, so it covers those central organ areas that we're looking to hit. And we're gonna do it somewhere between 15 and 25 feet and initially do magazines of 9. And your goal would be to shoot 1 round at a time, do your reset, assess, and 360 check. But eventually you want to be able to do triplets, just like we would do everything else, that default to triplets or maybe even 5s if that's your default. And we wanna work through getting to the point where I can get multiple rounds on target at a rapid pacing. So the body position is correct, the gun's moving back to the correct position, and I've got good shooting fundamentals utilizing only the primary hand. Part 2 of this drill set is going to be to work on primary hand-only draws. So we'll get ourselves all set up, get that support hand up and out of the way, or you can go ahead and touch it to your face. Same thing, my target is 15 to 25 feet away, working on that human-shaped silhouettes, doing magazines of 9. Do my little twist, so I've got my thumb against my rib cage, pressing down to seat the web of the thumb on the tang of the handgun. Good snatch and rock up into my position 4. And now I start to go up and do my draw, lock in that body position, get my 3 shots, reset, assess, and 360 check. You'll note my 360 check is happening from here, this pulled way back position. When we have the firearm hanging out with only 2 hands, we at least have another one we could start to grab a hold of the gun if somebody grabbed us. It gives us a chance to be able to fight back. When we've only got 1 hand that's working, the best security that I have is that gun is as far away from bad guy as I can possibly make it. And that's why we're pulling it back nice and deep along that pectoral muscle to give you a chance to defend it should somebody need to grab. Eventually, if you come and do retention work with us, this ends up becoming a shooting position. So that would be what we would have our advanced guys working through. So same thing, magazines of 9, drawing 3 shots on target, reset, assess, and 360 check. Primary hand-only shooting is a great combination of muscle control and trigger control. Muscle control in the sense of setting yourself up, setting that body alignment in such a way that you can have maximum recoil management. And that means that firearm will get back in line with the target as quickly as possible for more effective rounds downrange. And then trigger control or trigger manipulation control is that you can modulate your trigger speed to equal the ability that you have to get the firearm back in alignment with the target. We're not flinging rounds downrange, we're getting effective fire. And that's going to vary for all of us as we grow in our journey with concealed carry. Make sure that you work this drill in dry fire before you ever work it in live. I'm Bo Dobozinski for Defensive Mindset Training. Thanks for watching.